Hi. So earlier this month, I was in Japan. I was on an official visit where I was visiting one of the universities. It is called Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. It's my alma mater. I had also pursued my bachelor's degree from the same university. And I spent some time on the campus again. I met some students that I had helped to take admissions in APU. APU is what the university is called. And I met one of the students I had sent to APU about 2 years ago. His name is Naman Walecha, and he is a student of Wisdom World School, which is in Kurukshetra. And he was kind enough to take out some time and do some interview sessions with me. Past few times you must have seen some videos on my channel which are a part of that interview, and similarly today's video is also a part of the same interview where he tells us why he chose to go to study in Japan, and also he tells us how Japan has changed him, how he has learned so many things that he couldn't have when he was in India. So I hope after you watch this video, there will be many takeaways from you when you think why should one go to Japan, and what can be in store for you as a student when you're choosing Japan as a country for your education. So stay tuned for the entire interview. Hello, we have Naman with us, and he will be talking about why he chose to study in Japan and how it has changed him.
Okay, thank you very much. So, my first reason to study in Japan was exactly only my college, which was APU. So I came to APU because of one reason, because when you come out of your country, so I'm currently learning management, international management here. And the thing is, when you go abroad, you are not just learning management by your textbook or your lectures, but you can experience management. The thing is, when you come to APU, talking about APU specifically, there are different programs when you arrange events, when you guide other people, when you assist teacher, So while you do that thing, suppose you are managing an event, you are creating an event for 100 people. You need to create the schedule, you need to manage, you need to think about which place, how much money, how much time. You need to decide everything in advance. You need to talk to the university. You need to arrange the things which you need. You need to buy stuff. You need PR, which is promotion. You need activity team, event team. So when you do all these things, with Japanese people or other international people at APU, you are learning a lot of things. You are learning management of time, management of people. So this is how you learn management, not just lectures or by textbooks, but you experience it by yourself. So this was the reason why I came to Japan, and specifically APU. Yes.
You can get this experience anywhere in the world, right? Was there any specific reason for you to come to Japan particularly?
Well, yes. In our school, which is Wisdom World School Kurukshetra, so it has a collaboration with Japan, and it's very much influenced by the Japanese culture. Schools are influenced by the Japanese culture. That's one thing.
I have been to that school, and they follow a lot of Japanese practices.
So that is one thing about why I chose Japan specifically, because I was influenced by Japanese culture through our school. And a lot of students from my school were studying in APU specifically. So I got this information by you and by them as well, because they shared their own experiences with me.
So how has Japan changed you, Naman, in past 2 years that you have been here? I'm sure you have changed a lot, but I would like to hear from you. I have seen you. I met you before you were enrolled here, and now I'm meeting you after 2 years.
So that is a funny thing, to be honest. But Japan has changed me physically, mentally, and
so before this interview, Naman was telling me he has changed Japan.
Jokes apart. So yes, Japan has changed me in many ways. How the way I communicate, how the way I deal with people, how the way I see the world. That is which a larger perspective, when you see the people and meet the people from different countries, you understand the perspective of different people. You have empathy more than sympathy, you know. That's
true,
one
yes.
thing. So you communicate with different people from all around the globe, you know. You don't judge people, you understand them, you accept different things. And when you do that thing, you have a wider vision for the world, and you are not feared of dealing with new things, because you have dealt so much with new things, new people. Now you are open to the world, you can go anywhere. Yes, that's one reason how Japan has changed me. Yes.
So you think you have become more accepting of other cultures, other people, and that's how it has changed. But in your day-to-day life, do you think you have grown as a person?
Yes, that's really a good question, to be honest. So before I came to Japan, or when I came to Japan, I was very much rigid in terms of food. Like only, you know, Indian vegetarian meal I can eat, you know. But now, although I'm a vegetarian still, but I can generally adjust my meal, like whatever vegetarian meals I can get, you know, I can cook as well. So there are different things you have you have explored your options, you know. Wherever you go, you can adjust yourself, you can cook as well, you can eat by like buying different stuff, you know, which you in the beginning you may not like, but you are more flexible according to the time. So that's one thing. Adapting with people, you know, different kind of people is one thing. Adapting with the schedule is one thing.
All right, thank you, Naman. Thank you so much. I'm sure this inspires a lot of people to understand that how Japan as a country can change you. And it is very true, you know, even living in a country like Japan, where we have heard of things like discipline, we have heard of their processes, we have heard of their, you know, management skills. But it is through, you know, living here, by studying here, you can actually experience them and learn them practically, not just in books. I think that's a very important point that you made. Thank you, Naman. Thank you so much for your inputs. Thank you, everyone. Please like the video and subscribe the channel for more such videos.